And welcome back to episode 28 of the Disney News Podcast. We are back, and this is an impromptu episode. We literally
This is a
had
special
to.
episode.
Why?
Go ahead. I mean,
You,
if everybody and anybody liked our post on Instagram to tell us why. So, no, the reason why we're having impromptu is because South Carolina beat Tennessee in football.
yes.
That's the only reason.
Yes. We made a hooker out of that quarterback. Let me tell you what. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to make a joke out of somebody's.
Oh no, I didn't say anything about the injury. I would never do that.
Oh, okay.
No, seriously, as soon as he had that non-contact injury, hit the deck, and of course you know it's an ACL. You know for a fact.
Yeah.
And my wife who blew out both knees because she knows exactly how to blow something. And that was a non-contact injury for her as well. She knew exactly. Sorry. I love you, Emily. She said from the onset ACL. I'm like, yep, ACL.
Yeah.
And then insert phallic joke here. But no, get over the Gamecocks because we have Clemson this week. But I had to wear my Mickey South Carolina Gamecocks shirt in honor of the Gamecocks. And yes, Virginia basketball is in full effect. They're good as opposed to what year? They're always good.
They weren't good last year.
Well, I mean, rebuilding. But I mean, at the same time, your coach has established a system. You know, he's established a program.
He's got the starts of a dynasty.
Okay, well, one national championship.
How many does South Carolina have?
In baseball, 2.
No, I'm talking about
women's basketball, 2.
I'm talking about in other sports.
Women's indoor track, 1.
Altogether.
Equestrian, 3.
Altogether.
Come at me.
Altogether, how many?
That's what I thought. The men's basketball team made the semifinal, would have won if Sendarius Thornwell, and I was at that game in Phoenix, Arizona, at University of Phoenix Stadium. If he did not have the flu, they would have won. I'm just saying.
You know how many UVA have? Or UVA has, not have, but UVA has?
I mean, if I wanted to take a nap and wait for you to find the answer, just let me know.
31.
What?
We have
31 minus 30? What?
No, 31 national championships.
That's good. So you do understand that, like, club sports don't count? Because, like, the Gamecocks won the lacrosse, like, club sport national championship 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
hockey is a real thing.
We have an actual lacrosse team.
Across the street from the basketball team.
Yeah.
That's what I did there.
And across the street from the baseball field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2010, 2011 were fun years for a team that I had nothing to do with years after I graduated.
That's hurt. It's very hurtful because I was a part of the 2011.
And that's impressive. The Gamecocks did not face the Cavaliers, right?
I think we did. I think they did.
We did. Yeah, we beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd set you up there.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But no, that's why you wore the basketball shirt.
Yeah.
No, no, if you don't know the news, you must be hiding under a rock. You must be at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
You know, hanging out with that. What's that squirrel's name they have? They're big.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I didn't pay attention really.
Exactly. It's a waste of time. It's not Disney. So, what happened? What happened? Was it Sunday?
Happened Sunday night.
Late.
Very late.
Jeez. I mean, I was half awake. You woke me up. I mean, I was dead asleep.
Yes,
I woke me up.
I woke you up, and I told you the news that Disney wanted to start changing some stuff up.
Why? I mean, we poked fun, but I didn't know the full extent of the situation. I didn't have the full context. And I think based on your news alert, what I read on my phone, in the aftermath, and the cards are still falling, you know?
Yes, they are.
They're still falling. And I'm still trying to piece it together, but I have a good idea of what's going on, you know?
Yes.
And right before, we're recording on Tuesday night. It is 9:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. here in the southeast to south. Well, you're more north, so you're not. You're north of the Mason-Dixon line.
I'm
So you don't
northeast.
count. I'm just kidding.
I'm just east.
You're
Just east.
you're beneath. You're still southern. You're beneath the Mason-Dixon line. At least you're not
Yes.
in Maryland, or
Yeah.
West Virginia. But no. That being said, no, I got a notification on my iPad that said, and I'm not going to get to it right away because I want to back up, and I want if you can use that big old thick noggin of yours with all that Disney knowledge, because you've been what, twice this year? Who cares?
Yeah.
I've been once. It's,
Yeah.
apparently
big deal.
it's not like I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Or them douchebag. But no, tell me what's been this? What led up to this point?
So, pretty much when Bob Iger was replaced,
Okay.
Disney burned a couple bridges with prospective people inside the company. And they replaced Bob Iger with a not so popular Bob Chapek.
Where did he come from? Is he organic from the Disney company? Did he work his way up, or because Iger, and I think you told me we spoke earlier, he came from ABC, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Because I didn't know the full history, so I'm
Yes.
learning as we go along.
Yes. Oh wow. You go to look up Bob Chapek on Disney, and it says the page cannot be found.
What?
Yes.
They wasted no time. Holy crap!
You need to do it real quick. You need to look it up. It's funny.
Just go to
Just type in Bob Chapek, and it's the first. It's the WaltDisneyCompany.com.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Typing it. Okay, Bob Chip. Yep. WaltDisneyWorldCompany.com, and it says in the little paraphrase, little blurb under his link, Bob Chapek is chief executive officer of the Walt Disney Company, one of the world's largest media entertainment companies, and now home to some of the most ... which leads you to want to click.
Can you click it?
Page you're looking for can't be found. Holy crap! And that's like that's the Disney headquarters in Burbank.
Yes.
Yeah, what I'm looking at, right?
Yes.
Cool building.
So he actually had a 26-year career with Walt Disney World, or the Walt Disney Company.
Oh wow.
Beginning in the home entertainment division, so like the VHS tapes and stuff.
Oh, well. So
And
was it his idea for things to come from the vault? That whole
I don't know.
I don't but
know.
that's besides the point. Go ahead.
But the thing is, and he went, so this is from Wikipedia, you know how Wikipedia can be, but he went from chairman of the Parks and Resort, then to CEO. And then recently on Sunday night, well, back that up. Before that, he's been, anything that could possibly go wrong in this world has gone wrong. COVID.
Yeah.
And he's had to face COVID. I talked to a very reliable source and cast member, and they said that it'd be better that he was the CEO during the time, because there were a lot of tough decisions that someone that didn't have a heart could do, pretty much. I'm not, that's not what they said. I'm just saying what I'm.
Someone with no imagination.
Yes.
Someone that has a heart, but a cold black heart. Right?
A business mind. And in order for someone to have a business mind, they had to make tough decisions, which kept the parks open and kept the parks actually. We're talking about life or death for Disney.
Yeah.
So he did keep the parks open, but his nickname, as you've eloquently said, is
Bob Paycheck.
Yep.
Chapek. But honestly, I heard that joke. I can't take credit for that joke. Most jokes I can take credit for, specifically with this podcast. I'm just kidding. Yeah. You heard it. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
No, I heard it somewhere else, and it cracked me up. But I honestly say it naturally. I
Yeah.
say Bob Pay. I mean, I had to correct myself in my brain before I say Chapek. You know,
Yeah.
and
And
it's just
so going back to a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
where was it? I'll tell you right now, 2 weeks ago, Jim Cramer, who works on CNBC, does Mad
Mhm.
Money. He
Yes.
actually said had a whole rant on his TV show
Mhm.
about stocks and everything that Bob Chapek needed to go in
Yeah.
order for Disney to survive. And he needed to go. And I can attest, I had Disney stock back during COVID. I
Yeah.
bought it during COVID, and
Mhm.
I saw it just steadily
Yeah.
go down.
Yep.
Thankfully, it's at 90. Let me look at the stock real quick.
Because it increased by at least 100 points, right?
It's at
Whenever they announced
90.
Iger.
It's at 96.20 a share.
Mhm.
$96.20 a share.
And that's up from what? From Saturday or last week?
Let's go.
Because it was a steady decline from what I saw.
So last week, so November 22nd, which is the night that everything transpired.
Yeah.
Oh, that's today. Never mind.
Yeah.
So never mind.
19th.
It was a steep. So
20th.
November the 19th,
18th,
19th, it was at $91 a share.
Mm-hmm.
And so Monday, when the news came out that
Mm-hmm.
Bob Chapek had been fired,
Yeah.
and Bob Iger, his predecessor, has
Mhm.
been tapped to come back in for 2
Mhm.
years, it went up $5-6. Actually, went up $10 at one
$10.
point.
Okay.
Yes, but you got to think. Let's go a year back, or
Mhm.
we'll even go 2 years back
Sure.
during COVID.
Mhm.
We're talking December 7th, 2020. We can even go further back than that. Let's
Mm.
go 3. So when COVID started happening, the stock at its lowest point was $85.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, that was March 16th,
Mhm.
2020. That was right when COVID started.
Yeah.
I think I bought it right then.
Mhm.
And when that happened,
Mhm.
by March 15th of 2021, it was at $191 a share.
Wow. So a lot of things out of the control, but at the same time, things were still trending
Yes.
down
So a year
before
later,
COVID. It's
so
already
during
trending
COVID, it
that way.
went up.
Yeah.
Then from March the 15th, so a year
Mhm.
almost to the day that it
Mhm.
was the lowest, it was at 191, and it started just steadily going down. By December 6th, it was down to 152.
Mhm.
By June of this year, it had gone to $99 a share,
Mhm.
and it went down to, and it's down to 96. So
Okay.
usually back in the day, Disney
Mhm.
was like, you could get Disney and it split and split, and what that
Yeah.
means is you get more money or you get more stocks, and they cut the price in half and they give you more stock.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's always been pretty high,
Yeah.
pretty
Fairly consistent. You
volatile
can bank
stock.
on it. Solid investment for
Exactly.
anybody.
And
Yep.
so he Jim Cramer said he needed to go.
Mhm.
Disney had been flirting with this for a while. Everybody had been saying he needs to go, he
Mhm.
needs to
Mhm.
go, and he did. They fired him and replaced him with Bob
Yeah.
Iger,
Yeah.
and so
They
we'll see.
Well, there have been a lot of rumors circulating around. Well, I'm looking, and this is just citing DFB, Disney Food Blog. This came out the next morning, Monday morning. So the 20, I keep thinking today's Wednesday for whatever reason. It's me wishing that I was done with work for the week. I work till 12 tomorrow. I think the sweet
I
baby
do too.
Jesus. Oh yeah, nice. But I get to pack it up on Friday morning, leaving at 5 o'clock. I'm headed. So when you think destination wedding, what do you think?
Oh, that's true. You get to go to the
Yeah.
wedding this weekend.
Yes. So tell me. Let me ask. So for those that don't know, just off the top of your head, open-ended question. When you think destination wedding, what do you think?
Jamaica, a beach, tropical island.
Interesting you say that because we are headed the complete opposite way. We are headed to Lake Erie. We're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. Yes,
Is this
this weekend.
the big wedding?
Yeah.
The one that you're going to
Yeah.
see some people?
Probably not. Not that association. No.
Not that wedding.
Not that wedding. That wedding was yonder.
Did you go
Way
to it?
yonder back. Yeah. And
I haven't heard you talk about it at all. Did you see anybody?
many. But I think we may have our circuits crossed and not lined up. And that's an off episode answer.
Okay,
And I'll
gotcha.
give you all the deets. All the hot goss.
Gotcha.
All the hot goss. Speaking of hot goss, no, it says that Bob Chapek did irreparable damage to his ability to lead. The Disney board of directors reportedly determined. So it says, according to the New York Times, Disney board of directors determined that Bob Chapek had done irreparable damage in his ability to lead.
Yeah.
He lost everybody. And now people, I hear a lot of complaints in regards to the political arena, right? Politics.
Yes.
And in regards to bending to every which way.
Yeah.
But
And wokeness and everything like that.
and hence buying into, we're not trying to say we're leaning right, we're leaning left. We are Zurich. We're
waving that
Switzerland.
Swiss flag.
Exactly. We are, just think of us as Lake Geneva, okay? I'm the lake, he's Geneva. Together,
I've got some dark chocolate.
Are you proud of yourself right now? It's
Swiss
off the
bank
rails.
account.
Wow. What's happening? Diamonds. Diamonds are girl's best friend. They're in Zurich. Yeah. But no, did irreparable damage to his ability to lead with a string of missteps resulting, and you were saying this, the lost confidence of Wall Street, which is, oh my gosh, huge. Yeah. In most senior Disney executives, as well as many rank and file employees. To be clear, this is a quote from the New York Times about reported determination. And it says that Disney has stated that Chapek was fired without cause.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, you got to think about this.
Yikes.
You got to think about this. If our podcast went huge and it was like one of the, and it is going to be, it is.
Who said it wasn't already?
It's going to be.
Who said it wasn't?
What I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't have to be any bigger.
All right. Let's. If you and I owned Apple, the company, you can be Steve Jobs, and I'll be the fat guy that had the computer in his garage.
Steve Woz.
No, Woz. There you go.
Yeah, and he's on Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, he is. That's true. So that being said, if we owned Apple, and we wanted to retire or leave, Apple would give us stock options, correct?
Sure.
Think about it. Why would someone care about stock options if your stock is tanking?
True.
Because you're losing a ton of money.
Yeah. Bleeding, literally bleeding money.
Like a stuck pig.
Spare no detail. So
like
that's more.
Imagine Piglet. I'm going like the horror movie, the horror Pooh Bear movie that's coming out or that came out.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. It's yeah, that's a whole other. We're gonna do a movie review on that one. I think that's a special edition when Pooh Bear decides to murder Christopher Robin. Anyway, go ahead.
No, but yeah, that's why. That's but yeah, Bob Iger's back. People are saying that it's not going to be an easy time for him.
Well, the question is, what Define irreparable damage. I mean, yes, financially, sure, but in regards
There's no
to
magic. He's
exactly,
taking all the magic away. He sucked it
exactly,
with the vacuum.
he took Emily's mantra and went, "Let's just suck it,
Yeah.
suck it dry, suck it good."
Oh yeah. But yeah.
Mm.
So I mean,
It's okay to yeah. Well,
I
that
don't.
leads me into Iger. I'm talking. Shut up. But that leads me into my next article from Blog Mickey,
Yes.
blogmickey.com, which is a good one. And I followed their Twitter account, and they had some really good, at least clickbait. They
Yeah.
had some good titles that in the title of this article or blog post, whatever. And this was posted yesterday. Iger undoing Chapek era changes and restructuring Disney to honor and respect creativity as the heart and soul of who we are.
Yeah.
And there was a video of people in Disneyland, the Magic Kingdom and Disney World, as soon as that news was announced. Actually, in Disneyland, because they're obviously 3 hours behind us on the Eastern Coast. So the parks would have been closed when this was decided. And they decided this in California, the headquarters.
Yeah.
People were cheering.
Oh yeah.
People were visibly excited, cheering, and I think in New Orleans Square.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, in Disneyland.
I'm sure.
And so, given all that, I'm not going to read this and this and that. But Iger sent out an email to cast members, worldwide. Right? He became Mr. Worldwide. He might as well move to Miami, right? Because in the email, Iger not so subtly hints at the fact that the old, quote unquote, old organizational structure simply didn't give creatives a proper spot at the table. Wow. In the email, Iger says that changes will give creatives, well, it puts more decision making back in the hands of our creative teams while also restructuring things in a way that honors and respects creativity as the heart and soul of who we are. As a result, I need your input here. Kareem Daniel, head of DMED, had been let go.
Who is it?
So DMED, what is that acronym?
DMED.
Department of Media and Entertainment.
Disney
and Media. Yeah, Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution is exactly.
Kareem Daniel.
Kareem Daniel.
Yeah.
They let go, and I saw something about a picture of him online. But yeah, they let go the director of DMED. And it says, here's the email in its entirety to DMED employees. As we embark on the transformative work that I mentioned to you in the email last night, I want to begin by offering my sincere appreciation and gratitude to each and every one of you. Over the coming weeks, we'll be implementing organizational operating changes within the company. It is my intention to restructure things in a way that honors and respects creativity as the heart and soul of who we are. As you know, this is a time of enormous change and challenges in our industry. Sure, and our work will also focus on creating a more efficient and cost-effective structure. Basically, I mean, just like I said, and then he said, I've asked Dana Walden, Alan Bergman, Jimmy Pitaro, and Christine McCarthy to work together on the design of a new structure that puts more decision-making back in the hands of our creative teams and rationalizes costs. And this will necessitate a reorganization of Disney media and entertainment distribution. As a result, Kareem Daniel, we're kicking his ass to the curb. They didn't say that. Kareem Daniel, we'll be leaving the company, and I hope you'll join me on thanking him for his many years of service to Disney. Our goal is to have the new structure in place in the coming months. Without question, elements of DMED, Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution will remain, but I fundamentally believe that storytelling is what fuels this company. You hear that?
Yep.
And it belongs at the center of how we organize our business. This is a moment of great change and opportunity for our company, blah, blah, blah. I can't say enough. I'm extremely blah, blah, blah. So yeah, Iger, just home run.
Just cleaning house. Well, all right. Do you think it's good that Iger's back?
Based on the situation, it's what had to be done.
Yes, I agree. Do you think he is? All right, I'm gonna pose a question for you. Do you think he's the long-term solution?
He is not, but he has that option. I know his contract is
Ends in 2 years.
2 years. Yep, but he has the option to continue if board of directors do choose,
Yes,
and
but
he gets. But of
he's
course,
already,
he's the one that named Chapek. So
well, yeah, but also
he
you got to think
named.
about this. He's also he said he wants to work closely to find a replacement
Yeah,
CEO as well.
yeah.
I mean, he was
So
enjoying
who's
retirement, I think, but
so does that
I don't know.
mean a certain individual that you took a picture with could become?
So I've read some stuff. I've read some off the wall things, and if they want to get the creative back, I've
Yeah.
got I've got 4 that could do, or I got 1 that could really do the
Mhm.
creative.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that to the end though.
Okay. I'm reading it right now. And is this an individual you met at the Riviera?
No,
No. Okay. I'm reading an article about maybe one of the people you met.
Josh tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is the favorite. He is the betting favorite to become next in line
Yeah.
CEO
I
of
might put
Walt
some.
Disney.
I might put some money on that betting favorite, but
Okay.
I don't. I don't know. He was very nice. He was
Yeah.
extremely nice. But I've also been on Twitter, and all the people tweeting,
Yeah.
all the fans and people are saying that they don't want Josh tomorrow to be the new CEO once
Because
Iger
he's
steps down, because he is pretty much a mini. It's like a love child between Iger and Chapek.
so Disney has like a laboratory where they like dudes make things together.
Yeah,
Like
pretty much. Yeah.
these things are created. I mean, you told me before the podcast what you were doing before you were ready, and I said spare no detail.
Yeah.
Please spare no detail. But this is the next point, and this is the last thing that I have for at least on my end, my
Okay.
little bit of research in the meantime, because we literally like went, we got to make this episode. Let's make it quick before Thanksgiving. I'm going to post it tomorrow. I'm just going to post it and say it's up. Go. There's going to be no premiere. It's just going to go in. We're just going to put it up. But Bob Chapek reportedly was blindsided by his firing. So if you were
Yeah.
utterly shocked by the Walt Disney World Company's recent announcement of Bob Chapek was out and then Bob Iger was back in, you're not the only one, because Disney made the announcement late Sunday evening, and right away many fans were celebrating Iger's return. But this decision seemed to come out of nowhere, especially considering that several Disney executives were scheduled to attend Elton John's farewell concert, and Chapek was scheduled to announce him. So therefore, they're thinking that Iger, and there's been some conjecture, and he's been quoted in saying he's been a little critical
Yeah.
of, and I mean rightfully so, but of Chapek's decision making.
Yeah.
The woke this, the woke that, the blah blah this, the blah blah that, and especially with the Reedy, what is it, the Reedy Creek Cooperative, right?
Yes.
That situation, well, I think was
That really messed up everything.
that was the beginning of the end for Chapek.
I mean, you got to think that's millions, if not billions, of dollars of tax.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And the fact that they can't be their own self, like their own country,
They
their
screwed
own
up.
Vatican.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, he shat the bed when he
shot Disney in the foot. Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
is limping around because he was shot in the foot by Chapek.
We have an whole episode dedicated to the brown pants. He
This is
should have worn those pants.
yeah.
That's exactly what that was, his brown pants moment.
Yes. But I think I don't know. I think Josh tomorrow is obviously he's on the short list. I would like to see Jeff Vale or Valley, however you want to pronounce it.
Valle. Thank you.
Valle.
It's a double L-E. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, like it.
But
I would love
given
to
that,
see him given an opportunity.
tell me who that is. Tell me, for
He's
those
the
that are new to the
president-
podcast.
He's the president of Walt Disney World Resort, like
Okay.
of all Walt Disney World.
Just Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Okay. How come him?
He was one of the other ones I met.
Mm.
and he was heads and hands above the rest of them as being nice. He was by far the nicest guy.
So if any
A
random
lot of
stranger is
people,
nice to you on the street, you
no,
want them. I love him.
no, but
Are you that
also
naive,
a
or
lot of people like him. A lot of cast members
okay?
like him.
See, give me more perspective.
There
I
you
need
go. A
more
lot of
just beyond your own personal thoughts and feelings.
he works with the Disney program cast members. He does a lot of
Yeah.
He's hands on,
Okay.
more hands on than the other ones, as far as making sure the parks are up and running properly.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's enjoying themselves, stuff like that. So that would be those two are top
Mm-hmm.
picks.
Okay.
I've also heard that Christine McCarthy,
The one that I mentioned that's been brought back for the DMEC.
that she is also on the short list.
Oh, really? And now,
Yes,
what is her history? What is her affiliation? Yes, obviously brought in for a reason, but for someone, the layperson, hence
she was.
me.
She was actually. She is the CFO
Okay.
of Walt Disney Company.
Ah.
Yeah. So as far as that, I mean, that's another Chapek-esque
Mm-hmm.
hire, I believe.
Okay.
Trying to see what else. There's a couple other ones. I have no clue where my research went, but that's one that I remember. Josh Damara was another one.
Mm-hmm.
It would not surprise me if they look at Ronald Iden either. He's the vice president, security officer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Brent Woodford would be another one. That was another one.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Who was
financial
that?
planning and tax and
Okay.
executive vice president of controllership.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those would be the big ones, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you a shot in the dark.
A dark horse?
I'm gonna give you a dark horse, and this is the one that I think creative wise, he already was the CEO of Disney.
Robert Eisner? Am I right? I'm right.
Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner. Just see, look at you. Robert is his pseudonym.
Yeah.
His like pen name, but yeah.
Yes.
Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner was the CEO, and that was back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much he came from Paramount Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
He was the president and CEO of Paramount Pictures from 76 to 84.
Yeah.
He also worked at NBC and CBS.
Mm-hmm.
He oversaw the following movies. You ready?
Sure.
Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Star Trek, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Cheers, Family Ties, and a movie that I like to call The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana
Jones.
Jose's.
Yes.
Wow.
He was passed over for chairman of Paramount Pictures, and he left to go to ABC Family.
Yeah.
Or he went to the ABC Family as an assistant to national program director. And then he went to senior vice president. And then when he was tapped as the CEO of Disney, that was when they did Roger Rabbit, Little Mermaid.
Yep.
That's when they acquired ABC and ESPN.
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios opened. Disneyland Paris opened. California Adventure opened. Yeah.
But at the time, Hollywood Studios was Disney MGM, and then Disneyland Paris.
No, they're talking MGM. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Disneyland Paris was Euro Disney.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And granted, he had his buddy that Frank Wells was the president of Disney at the time.
Yeah.
And they worked hand in hand together. But without Michael Eisner, there would be he was the one who got MGM because he wanted to do something to incorporate movies. being made in Florida.
But also competition with
Paramount.
now Paramount Universal.
Yes.
That as well.
Yes. So I would love to see Michael Eisner back. I think that would probably be the coolest thing.
Has he had any? Obviously not in recent times, but because Iger took over from Eisner.
Eisner took over from
Who took over from
Ron
Eisner?
Miller.
Okay, who was the interim from Eisner? Was there a gap between who was anybody in between Eisner to Iger or no?
Nope. Eisner to
Eisner.
Iger.
Got you. So whenever Iger took over, of course, there's going to be some overlap. Make sure
Yes.
things are consistent, ship shape, and then you fade out. You taper, fade out. But has he consulted at any given point in time? Is there any evidence, any documentation, anything? Because of course, Chapek, obviously things went the point of the episode, but anything with Eisner, the last thing he may have had input on, right? The last thing he put his stamp on.
Let's see. Last thing that Eisner put his stamp on.
Because that may be, that's your key to the future of Disney. You know that is the motivation behind that last project.
He wanted to spend a lot of money redoing things to make it up to snuff, so to speak.
Retheming or just?
I wouldn't say retheming, but more of he spent a lot of money on Euro Disney, and they say that it was poorly planned. And this was right when the internet was coming about. So yeah. Let's see.
But Disney, whenever they rebranded to Disneyland Paris, and there are still, and they still have Easter eggs, and they still maintain some of the Euro Disney charm logos around the park, and they kept those as Easter eggs, kind of like hidden Mickeys. Because I'm an expert when I watch one YouTube video. I don't know if you know that. I determine myself an expert, but that Disneyland Paris is one of the most successful parks.
Yeah,
it does not compare to Disney World. None of them do.
Yeah,
but it's the reason for the expansion of Tokyo Disneyland.
Yes,
all those expansions in Asian countries.
He's 80 years old.
Really?
I had no clue he was that old. He's 80 years old.
So you want to get that man out of bed?
I mean,
5 in the morning.
So let me tell you what he's doing right now. He is he has a company called Tornante Company.
Okay.
He owns Tornante Company. And they actually own a football club.
Is it a Premier League? Which one? What's the name? I follow soccer.
I know you do.
Or football.
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth
Football Club.
It's not Premier. What league?
I'm going to tell you. Give me a second. EFL. English Football League.
Then it's the Premier. No pun intended. The Premier League in England is the Premier League, like Manchester United, Manchester City.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, the new upgraded team like Effingham Fulton Football Club, Nottingham Forest, my favorite team, Wolverhampton. Yeah, that's all Premier.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur.
He owns a football club now. All right.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal wherever that football club is. But at the same time, the guy, it's a hobby. It's just a side project. It's an afterthought.
Yeah.
It's just something that he just, sure, here's an extra 100,000. Here's an extra blah. Hopefully, if it completely tanks, nothing lost, nothing gained. I'm fine. I've got more money than I know what to do with.
Yeah.
I can't take it with me,
No.
So
But yeah, so he is the owner and chairman, Michael
okay.
Eisner.
Okay. I have to look that up. I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yes.
But
Oh, here it is right here.
okay.
The reason he was fired was because, or the reason he stepped down was because he has had a string of box office bombs in the early 2000s.
Which ones?
Oh my gosh, you had to ask me that.
Wait, I mean, I would assume you have it somewhat in front of you. But
I don't know. But he also had public feuds with former associates such as Jeffrey Katzenberg and Steve Jobs.
yeah, well, because they started Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost confidence in much of the board of directors.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, and I'll tell you something. It's a pendulum. It's the ebb and flow. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
Yeah.
Just like a tide.
Yeah.
Just like the sands, like the hourglass. These are the days of our
These
lives.
are our lives, yeah.
Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Hey man, I've been there.
True.
I've been there. And given all that, it's inevitable. As soon as you sign up, you're gonna make bukus of money. Because what
Yes.
was Chapek's what was his severance? 23 million, 24
24.
million?
24.
24.
Yeah.
24. Yeah. Given that, I mean, if I had $1 million,
Michael
I'd be
Eisner
set.
also, listen to this, Michael Eisner also owned Topps Sports Trading Card Company.
Yeah. So I mean,
So he's loaded.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And when you say the name, you automatically assume, even if he had walked away and did nothing to this day, he'd still have hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
So regardless.
But you got to also think, he was the one who saved Disney back in the day.
True. And he's a martyr. He's a Disney martyr in that regards. He's a Disney saint.
Yes.
He is one. He's not the equivalent, but he's right there as one of the he's right there under Roy Disney, in my opinion.
Yes.
Obviously, Walt is king, Roy, and then there we go. But he's in the hierarchy. Hierarchy. But
100%.
this is what. But I did find what Iger is charged and what his big challenge is. You ready for it? The next 2 years. And do you think, give me your honest opinion, if this can be done in the next 2 years?
All right, go.
So anyway, kind of not backing up too far, but we're talking about after the announcement, we talked about the stock rising, but Iger now has a tough job of trying to correct. And we talked about it briefly, but this is specifically what the major things are. And we didn't go into it. We kind of touched on it, the political side, this and that, but I kind of forgot about this right here. So Iger now has the tough job of trying to correct a whole host of issues that have plagued Disney over the past few years, including building a streaming empire and dealing with the fallout of Disney's response to parental rights in education law. Remember that one?
Oh gosh.
Saying gay in books and stuff like that. Remember that one? Yep. And then, and hopefully that's not taken out of context, but somebody will find it that way. And then also, not only that, but Disney World's Reedy Creek, and we talked about it, Reedy Creek Improvement District is being eliminated in 2023 thanks to Florida Governor. Now, this is an opinion here, but due to Ron DeSantis, and I will now have to face whatever problems arise after that.
Yeah.
So whatever the future of the Walt Disney World company remains to be seen. Whatever the future holds remains to be seen. But it's a tough task. It's a tough task. And how old? Let me ask you this: how old is Iger?
How old is Iger?
He in his 60s, or he's got to be in his how old is Iger? He's got to be in his early 60s.
Hold on a second. I'll look it up right now. No, I don't think he's 60s.
He's got to be at least 61. When you're my age, you have a good sense of how old people are, especially when they're like less than 20 years older than you.
Yeah, you really have a good sense of that.
Wow, good one. Way to stick it to me.
Yeah,
Make me
because
feel
he's
all
71.
kind of bad. He's right behind Eisner.
Yeah,
That's all. I mean, it's not old, but it's not young. You know.
exactly. And Josh Damaro, you know how old he is?
Uh huh. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to be at least 58.
51.
He's 51. The gray hair kind of gives it. He looks young-ish, but he's 51.
Yeah,
Go ahead and give him the keys to the kingdom. Let him run wild. Let him run wild.
I don't know.
I'm
I
kidding.
don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Obviously, and we will never know because I don't get paid to make those decisions. I was never in that position. But it is
Wouldn't it be
Disney. If you're
cool?
listening,
But wouldn't it be cool if we were?
no, it would not. I don't want that responsibility. That's too much weight. That's too much pressure. That ages you by 20 years in like 10 seconds. No, I'm fine.
How old do you think Jeff Bale is?
Kind of stupid iPad. Jeff Bale.
Vale, V-A.
Vale. I know. That was rhetorical. Thank you for correcting me there. Jeff Vale. God, this thing, my iPad is just being stupid. I have it. Here. Come on, keyboard. It's okay. No. POS. And see, now if I wasn't recording right now and putting things on the internet, I would be saying different words.
Yeah,
See,
I'll go ahead and tell you. You don't have to look it up. I got you.
I'm looking it up. Okay, fine. I typed in Jeff and I get Jeffrey Dahmer. So thanks. Perfect timing. Crap.
Holy smokes. Can you
But-
believe about Idaho?
Say it again.
Can you believe about the college kids in Idaho?
You don't have to piggyback on Dahmer, but well, hold on. You're gonna give me, you're gonna educate me, because of course I saw the 4 people,
Yeah.
boyfriend, girlfriend, the 2 girls. Were they all living together?
Yes.
In a
There were
house?
6.
Okay, they lived together.
There were 6 roommates.
6 roommates. Okay. They had a party. Well, and I saw something about it being the party house. Right.
Apparently, they had gone to a party.
Okay.
And this is what I've read. They've got there were 6 people in the house,
Uh-huh.
boyfriend, girlfriend, and then 2 other girls.
The blondes, they've been, if you're blonde and whatever, they're going to put you all over Fox News and whatever. Yeah.
So they'd gone to a party, and the other 2 roommates that were there apparently slept through everything, and they found the boyfriend girlfriend on one floor, and they found the other 2 on the 3rd floor.
And they were stabbed.
They were stabbed by a Kybex knife or Kyfex, whatever. It's like
What is that?
knife.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like gutted. Apparently, that's what I saw today, and they have no clue. And then apparently they found in the neighborhood over from them,
Yeah.
a Australian Shepherd that had been gutted, but also had been like
What?
scalped. Yeah.
What? Yeah, I did not know that. I knew there was a knife of some sort, and they used a term that I'd never heard before. And I was like, what is that? And they finally had to like dumb it down for me, because they said some kind of specific weapon.
It's a
They didn't say-
military. I have 2 of the knives.
Of course you do. Okay, where were you last week?
I was in Virginia.
Okay.
I have them in my car in case I get stuck somewhere.
So what do cars do? They take you places.
Yeah, but in
Right.
case I get stuck somewhere, and
In Idaho, like Idaho?
for protection,
Like Idaho?
for protection.
Protection from what? 2 blonde girls and a couple?
No, I did not do that.
What were you doing in Idaho?
I wasn't doing anything in Idaho. Holy smokes!
You're so defensive. No, I'm
But yeah,
kidding. Relax.
crazy.
I'm
If
listening.
Wellesley was going to school
Yeah.
there, she would not be going to school there. She would be
Well, it's
transferred.
called. Well, you know where the University of Idaho is, right? The
Moscow.
yeah, Moscow. You know what their? Do you know what their mascot is?
What?
The Vandals. I'm serious.
That's true. Yeah.
The Idaho Vandals. Have you seen their football stadium? If you ever played NCAA football, EA NCAA football,
Yeah, I
they
played that,
played
but
on
I
a
never.
Idaho. Idaho was like my dynasty team. They're like one of the worst teams. One of the worst teams in the WAC. Aren't they WAC? No, they're lower.
Mountain
They're not WAC.
West.
No, they're not that big. They're not that big. They're at least WAC because that's WAC. No, it looked like a barn. It looked like it looks like Duke Stadium, but with a dome. Duke's football stadium, but with a dome. Yeah,
No way.
if you can imagine, yeah. Duke's football stadium with a dome. Yeah, just T90, T tiny. But that being said and done, I didn't know all the details, so therefore they have no motive. They have no suspect. What are they not? What evidence is there, and what are they not saying?
Holy smokes!
What are people speculating?
I'm looking up the dome.
Yeah, Idaho. Now they may have upgraded, but we're talking.
No,
This is
they
at least
haven't.
20 years ago. This is 20 years ago when I played in college.
They haven't
When
apparently.
I was at University of South Carolina. Um,
They haven't updated it.
so therefore,
It still looks like a barn.
it looks like I told you. It's at
It
least
looks
it's
like
indoor.
it looks like UVA's indoor practice facility.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah. But no. Yeah, no, they have no clue who did it. Nothing. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah. Wow.
But all right, getting back onto Jeff Vale, you should really like him. He's
Why is that?
59 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Here's his Wikipedia.
Sure.
Jeffrey Norman Vale is an American executive who is president of Walt Disney World Resorts. Before joining Disney, Jeff was a plant engineer at Eastman Chemicals in Columbia, South Carolina.
Hold on. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. He was a what again? Chemicals in Columbia, South
A
Carolina. In what
plant
years?
engineer at Columbia, South Carolina.
What years? Does it mention the years? Jeff Vale.
I would say, well, he graduated from Auburn with a mechanical engineering degree. But he
Hate to
went
say it.
in 1998.
Yeah.
He joined Walt Disney World in 1990. So I'm gonna guess
Okay.
probably like 1986, 7-ish.
Okay. I was living in
Um,
Columbia from 1985 to 1985 to 88. I lived in Columbia.
85 to 88.
Yeah. Is when I lived in Columbia.
Well,
We had a house in Columbia. My parents built a house.
you probably lived in the same place. I mean, you lived in the
Doubt it.
same
I doubt
at
it.
the same time.
Same county, same city-ish.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes me nothing.
Well,
Yeah, so it said plant engineer at Eastman Chemicals in Columbia, South. He joined Walt Disney as a senior engineer at Magic Kingdom. After a series of roles, he was named vice president, global maintenance. He was later promoted to executive vice president of facilities and operations of Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts for a while before being named president of Disney Cruise Line in 2018, and then president Walt Disney World Resort. Wow, man, you talk about a rise.
from
Boy,
chemical engineer to president of Walt Disney World Resort.
wow. Like facilities and
There's hope for us, Abbott.
they. I mean, you speak for yourself. You know, I mean, I have confidence, but I'm not applying to be a cast member anytime soon.
No, but
But if I can do anything remotely, I'm down.
Yeah.
Disney University. Disney University. I'm your man. If there's any
Do they have that remote?
it would have. I mean, during COVID, that would have been my prime time. But of course, I missed my calling.
Disney University.
Disney or the DCP, because I mentor. No, I don't mentor.
Oh. Disney University online courses.
I don't teach. I've only taught one college course, and it was not what you think it is.
Ooh. 21 amazing Disney classes you can take online right now.
Well, where are the job openings? Disney University. So you just type in Disney University, adjunct professor.
$499 per person per course.
Mm-hmm. And what do they teach? Like
I'm trying to look it up. It won't load for me. That's what she said. And it got the will of death.
That was a stretch. That's what she said.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Ranging on-demand courses, $49 to $199 per person.
Is it like tourism?
Leadership essentials, employee engagement essentials, service essentials, Disney's approach to leadership, employee engagement, and quality service.
Here we go. Wow. No, that's not what it is.
Wow.
Okay, I'm looking at Disney careers. Discover the magic within you. And let's see if I find my future job. I mean, I love my job now. Don't get me wrong. But
on-site courses, Abbott.
Yeah, sure. I'm ready.
When you want to go, I'm ready.
To take the course?
No, I'm just saying we can go and do on-site learning at Disney World.
Really? So what are they teaching? Like you said, the leadership,
I don't know, roommate.
Do we just become best friends?
Did we?
As you quote Step Brothers, are we going to the Catalina wine mixer and selling helicopters?
You bet your ass
we are. You bet your ass we are.
Wow.
Did you touch my drums?
Did you put your nutsack on my drums?
Yup. What you gonna do about it? No, but just to kind of bring it all back.
Yes.
It's what had to be done. This is my opinion. This is my Jerry Springer moment. My Jerry Springer corner. The the Almighty Abbott moment.
The results are in.
Say it again.
The results are in.
Oh, what do we have in front of it? I do have some updates beyond my opinion, but my opinion is, what is this?
You are not the father.
That's Maury Povich. Swing and a miss. That's Maury Povich. Jerry Springer didn't do that crap.
You didn't know. Yes, he did.
But Maury Povich, like, that became his bread and butter. That was all he did for at least like 10 years, and you forgot about him, and then you were reminded of him.
You thought
that's all he did.
His name was Bulldog last week.
Bulldog is Mr. Worldwide. Bulldog, I don't care if he lives in Georgia or Florida. Pitbull, Bulldog, who gives a crap? He's Mr. Worldwide. Mama dude. I can't even do an impression of him. Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? What the hell just happened? Jesus Christ. No, my opinion is it had to be done. Desperate times call for desperate measures. They were losing. More people were complaining. Yes, the crowds are the parks are crowded, right? But to me, that's compensation due to COVID.
Yeah.
That's compensation that's overflow from COVID. Many people had to cancel their reservations. I am one of them. I was supposed to go for a week in April of 2020. Had to cancel it. We were one of, and right 2 weeks, no, a week before, and we held out a week before Disney canceled our reservation for us. Right. And I get that. I get that. Got to cancel. Got to do what you got to do. But change needed to be made, and it was the only solution.
Yes.
Iger, you had to pivot. You had to pull a Ross Geller, and you had to pivot. So,
yeah,
here you go. Pivot.
I mean,
Pivot.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't have said it better. I think that Disney had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Chapek, if it wasn't for him, I don't think the parks they would have survived, but I don't think they would have survived like they are.
But at what cost?
Exactly.
The quality.
Exactly.
The latest post I saw on Reddit. Go ahead.
They've lost the Disney touch.
You said the magic to begin with.
Yes, they've lost the magic. They've lost the Disney touch. The cast members, Grant, the cast members, I feel bad for the cast members because they've been through the ringer, but they are also not like they used to be.
Yeah.
Just
are
like
they are they still going to fire? They're still going to let go X number of whatever he reported, because he reported that right before. I don't know how many.
It was going to be
4,000.
They were going to freeze hiring and let go a good amount.
Okay. Wow.
So, only time will tell.
True. But there is, Iger, yet again, beacon in the night. He is the wind beneath my wings. And I'm out of tune there. But no, but people are positive, and that's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can do is get back to the magic. The magic is the storytelling. Go watch Enchanted, then go watch Disenchanted, and that'll bring you back. Find your favorite Disney movie. Watch it. Watch it with a friend. Watch it with if you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, if you're a cousin, a friend. If you just got a dog, or if you have a mirror, beside you, or if you have like a body pillow, like a body pillow, because I have a pair of socks that have my face on them. Yeah,
swing and misses
and crank that home run. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. If you're a hot dog, would you eat yourself? Yeah, we get it. Yeah, hilarious, Scotty. You made that joke like 4 episodes ago. Keep making it. Funny, so funny. No, I do have an update.
All right.
I was able to finally have some control over my reservation for Disney. Okay. I actually had some control. I could actually book a reservation on my phone on Open Table at Disney Springs for 2 people. Enzo's Hideaway. Okay, cool. So now, not the reaction I was going for, but do tell. Go. I've already been to Maria and Enzo's Trattoria, whatever. In like it's a huge restaurant next to the big old hot air balloon, right? And we went back in April, and it's
was it good?
Huh?
Was it good?
It was good. Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, you're gonna pay an arm and a leg, but it's no 3 nights later. Le Cellier.
La Boathouse.
Okay. Now you have to keep in mind, here's the context.
Oh, you gotta carb up for the race.
Exactly. Running.
Okay, they have French fries.
Do you know how carb?
Yeah.
Those are starches. Yes, they're carbs, but those are the bad carbs. Nothing deep fried. Nothing deep fried, sir. Nothing. Bless your heart. You don't want anything deep fried before that run.
This is
You're
deep
going to
fried
get
right here.
You're just going to get the Hershey squirts. You don't want to ruin that vacation for other people as you run through the Magic Kingdom. If it's going to rain, that's to your advantage. Your grandpa's behind you, but you don't want that. No, because we wanted to do it before. That's what she said. But yeah, that was okay. That wasn't that good. That's what she said. But have sex with me. And he was blessed. We have the BBC
On the
So-
YouTube channel.
on the channel. No, oh yeah. But yeah. So for 2 on February, very exciting for me because that's the first time. But guess who just booked all the reservations for Emily and
Who?
her crew?
Oh, welcome to
Me.
attend in person. It can also be seen on a Silver Hill YouTube channel.
Yeah. Here it is. Here's the itinerary. You ready?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Sent it to my good friend who books our trips for us, who's one of my very near and dear friends from back in Sumter. So here's Emily's. She's going to go Saturday, January 28th, which is my younger sister's birthday. She'll be 32. My younger sister will be 32 on
Nice.
January 28th. There you go. Yeah, my baby sister. How cute. How sweet. You like her. She's sweet. She just gave birth to twins, so she's she's doing well. She lives in Alabama, so that kind of shows you the education level. And she went to Clemson, so go figure. Love her. Do love her near and dear. Mary Beth. Saturday, Magic Kingdom, Saturday, January 20th. Lunch reservations around 11 for Liberty Treat. Did you want to clear your throat while I'm reading something, or you're good?
I'm good. Sorry.
Hello. I'm done clearing my throat. Saturday, January 20th, Magic Kingdom. They're going to go to Liberty Tree Tavern. Liberty Tree Tavern. And I told her how heavy that meal is going to be for 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You freaking, I said, that's the Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, do you remember? Because we went on Halloween, year before, last year. And she goes, no, it's not. I was like, it's freaking family style. It's heavy. It's all mashed potatoes and it's good. Right. And it's like one of the few places you can get a beer at Magic Kingdom. You can get a Sam Adams because you're right there in, Liberty Square. And then they're going to do seats and treats and sit at the Tomorrowland Terrace and watch the fireworks like Em and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do that. Yeah, it's her. It's just 3 girls. It's her and 2 other girls she went to high school with. They're celebrating one of her good friends, their birthday. Monday, so that's Sunday, and then they're going to go to on Monday, Epcot the next day. So they're only doing 2 days in the parks, and I think they're doing. I thought she mentioned Park Hopper, but it seems like they're not. I guess they backed off of that, an extra expense. Chump, but they're going to try and get Space 220.
Okay.
Midday, whatever, and then dinner at Le Cellier. So I'm jealous of that day.
And they'll also ride Guardians of the Galaxy too, right?
I give 2 shits. Because I'm going to be there the next month. I don't give a shit. Because I'm going to go more often than that hoe. Don't give a whatever. Pardon me, that was a visceral response to what you said to me. I'm not angry. I have processed the information, but thanks for bringing me back to where I was like a month ago or 6 weeks. Anyway. And of course, Genie Plus. And when I mentioned Genie Plus to her, and I had like a rolling eyes emoji, and I said, and of course, she has to add Genie Plus to Anna. And Anna laughed at that. And I was like, whatever. But not a big deal. She's saving the best for last, which is me. Hello, ladies. But they are doing a day at Universal that Monday. They're going to do Universal. And I do enjoy Universal, but you need a couple days, and that's going to be a whole other podcast right there. We do have to dedicate at least one 10-second podcast to Universal.
Okay.
So, yeah, we just did it. Anyway, that's our quota for the next 10 years for Universal. I love Universal.
My favorite ride, my 2 favorite rides at Universal. You ready?
Sure.
I think I've already said this one time. It's a slide, the Great Mouse Adventure.
Fievel?
Yeah, Fievel. Love that ride. It's like a
They're
slide.
getting rid of that. It's gone. They've already nixed it. They're getting rid of it. Yeah, by ET. Yeah, it's gone. The whole Fievel thing gone. I'm serious.
Damn.
That little section between
yeah,
ET and then going to Krusty Land and the Simpsons area.
Yeah,
done. Yeah, they're repurposing that to I don't know what, but it's going to be demolished.
ET is my second.
ET's great.
That's
I
my
love
favorite
ET.
ride.
I've ridden it only one time. We didn't get a chance to ride it last time. I wanted to, but just when you have 16 people with you in the park, there ain't no way, mother. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, that's my all-time favorite ride is ET.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
For Universal, at least. Jaws was up there.
Yeah.
But then they got rid of Jaws.
I haven't gotten rid of Jaws. That was Emily's nickname in college. Why else would you marry someone?
I'm not going to even attempt to step into that whole.
Have you ever thought? Actually, come to think of it, this is my favorite. Damn. If you could read that, can you read that? Oh, the Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam.
The Hoover Dam. So, I'm on a roll. We have to see this. This is going to be a record podcast.
It really will.
The next 4 hours. Pitbull, go. Bulldog, go. Mr. Worldwide. So I'm going to put you on the spot. We're going to wrap it up with this within the next 3 hours. Putting you on the spot. Ready?
Ready.
Spring. I'm going to look it up. Looking it up right now. You don't have to train for it. You don't have to train.
When is
at
it?
all. April. End of April.
Yeah, but guess what comes in 1st of May?
Oh my God. It's like a last hurrah before people can be understanding over that without mentioning names. Can you relax?
Funny.
I'm not trying to get you murdered in your sleep.
It'll be a mystery.
All right. Well, we're just going to see because I told Emily I wanted to do it. And she's like, funny. But run. Because it's a whole Pixar themed.
I know. I want to do it, but I don't know.
Well, if I just sign up, because there are no takebacks, no take-backsies. If I go to events, the Run Disney is April 13th to the 16th. I could easily do that for a weekend. But if it's like a by myself thing, the Disney Pixar Toy Story 10 miler is still open for $207.87. Stop rocking in your seat. Stop having You know what? Actually, I take it back. This isn't worth it. This isn't worth it because you are.
No, that could happen. It really could.
It could. Anything can happen, and you could say that could happen, and a meteor. Mickey Mouse could wake me up in the middle of the night and go, let's go. Time to go down to Disney. Let's go ride Cars of the Galaxy.
Run.
Your wife's a hoe. Let's forget that hoe. Let's go.
10 miler.
It's April 16th. It's actually earlier than the race last year. because last year's race was towards the end of April. It was actually the weekend after, so everything else is sold out. You can do we could do the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Yoga that morning for $109 a person in the Magic Kingdom in front of the castle at god awful hours of the morning, or do I've already run this track. You go behind the scenes, but you've already been behind the scenes. But it goes behind the scenes of the World Showcase.
We can't do the 5K.
No, it's all done. It's all sold out.
It's all
That's that because most people don't run, and that's not a knock on people. It's just most people just don't run.
The 10K where it's out to.
It's out too, yeah. 10K would have been a reasonable compromise. 10 miler, you can run it, walk it, run it, walk it. Yeah. I ran the whole thing, but I ran a slow pace, and I felt great when I ended it. It's not bad.
There's a virtual too.
Nah, okay, that's not an option. That's the biggest BS statement in the history of BS statements. I'm really pushing for that one. That's April 16th, and that's got to be a Sunday morning. I could take one day off of work and make that happen. I could do that.
April 16th. Let's look at this real quick.
That is
April 16th is a Tuesday.
what? No,
Oh, that's May 16th. Never mind.
What's happening?
I'll have a new baby.
April 16th is Orthodox Easter. Is that
Yes.
Easter Sunday?
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's the Sunday after. That's the Orthodox Easter.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm not an Hasidic Jew. So therefore Easter is April 9th.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Emily's birthday is the 10th. And what better way? And my son's birthday is the 15th.
And
stick. Yeah, I can't do
the
it.
16th, we run.
Yeah, I can't leave him alone. He could do it with me. He could walk it with me. Birthday surprise. That is holy crap. Someone just became father of the century. Wow. My 7-year-old on his 7th.
Oh, it's Mason?
Yeah, Mason.
Oh, gosh. He would
could walk it.
die.
Dude, we could walk and run 10 miles. We're done. All right, we're done.
Not only that, but to have his Funko with him. The guy, to have his fun uncle right here.
Oh, his funk. That seemed like a MILF kind of thing. I didn't know, like.
But to have Mason, who wants to come and live in Virginia, who says the Virginia Cavaliers are better than the Gamecocks. Well, I'm trying to match up with my little girl down the road.
Do you know that my little version of me talks more crap than anybody you can imagine?
That's fine.
He's literally, you're that naive. Wow. He would never do that. No, I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna spin it to Emily. She will murder me, but I'm gonna start talking up Mason. I'm gonna have Mason go to her. Oh my gosh. But talk about the trauma that would ensue on his birthday. She would want to experience the birthday with him. She'd murder me.
And I could take Wellesley too.
In a stroller. You can literally, people walk it. People just walk it. You just walk it. You don't have to run it.
Let's pitch this to the girls. December 9th. I'll bring some piece of cardboard, like tri-fold cardboard.
Okay.
And we'll do some pasting.
Okay, you're going too far. I would just do a PowerPoint.
We could do a PowerPoint. Let's do a PowerPoint.
That's a little more cost effective and
let's
reduce your carbon footprint.
Let's do a PowerPoint.
Okay. Or I'm just going to mention it to Emily tomorrow and say, hey.
I need the PowerPoint. All right. I have to have a thesis and I have to have like a law. It looks like I'm preparing for the criminal defense of O.J. Simpson.
Okay. So what's your catchphrase?
If the glove don't fit,
you must acquit.
Exactly.
So what's your catchphrase? If the boy don't run, we have no fun. welcome. If the boy don't run,
We
we
have
have no fun. Exactly. We have no fun.
last boys' weekend until I get outnumbered.
There ain't no way. How you gonna spend that? How you gonna spend that with her? How you gonna spend it?
How many strip clubs does Disney have for Mason?
Not enough. Not enough to satiate that boy's flavor for the finest tail. No. No, make it a weekend about her. She gets a weekend to relax, to pamper herself, set her up with spa, massage. I don't know. I'm not a woman.
Hey, I got one.
What?
If your feet are swelling, you're going to be on bed rest, and so I'm not going to be stuck.
I'll let you know how the race is. I'll let you know how it goes. And we'll see you next year.
1,000 happy haunts. I'm the 1,000th.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. Oh, hook, line, and sinker! You stick a fork in you, you're done. But I'm actually I'm gonna. It's very far fetched because I could talk it up and I can rationalize anything in my head. Unfortunately, anybody can. But she's not going to be a fan of it. And I'm not going to pull the asshole thing and be the asshole father, pardon my French, and tell my son first. Be like, hey, guess what? We're taking you to Disney World. Your siblings get to suffer. But they're still going. They're still going for Halloween.
I just texted one of my other buddies who has done Disney races before.
Okay.
And if I can get you and him and Mason, that's 4, and me, that's 4 all together.
I mean, it's been at least a month since I've looked at the Run Disney website to see if it's, because I would assume it would have been sold out by now.
It's not.
But when I did the Tower of Terror 10 miler last year, or actually, yeah, around this time it was actually December. It was right before. I think it was right before Christmas or right after Christmas. And Em and I were just talking. I had the idea of driving back actually it was Christmas Eve. We were driving from Greenville back to Spartanburg from her folks' house. And actually, we had Christmas Eve dinner at her brother's house. And I said, because we had talked about it, and I said, hey, let's look up one of the Disney races for, like, how does it work? We didn't know anything about it, right? We didn't know how competitive it was based on the race, whatever popularity. And I said, just look it up. And we saw the 10 miler for the spring. Because we were just talking about, man, we miss Disney because we had just gone for the week we saw the transition we went for like this picture. I mean, look at my picture.
Yeah.
My 3 children. Oh my gosh, they disappeared. They're ghosts. They're now they're part of a haunted mansion. I better go check on them upstairs. Oh well. But no, they had the absolute best time. Like they had been before, but now like, wow, I actually get to experience it. My oldest son with autism just loves it, and he's still asking, when are we going back? When are we going back? He knows he's going back next year for Halloween. He knows that, and he can't wait. He could do the race too, but it would say that's a lot of money. Like, cut a bit.
Christmas present.
Get it. That's it. All right. I'm gonna spend it somehow. I have 2 kidneys. I can sell 1. If you know somebody with a cooler, with ice, maybe a bathtub, some salt.
There can be other Abbotts running around. They have sperm banks.
Yikes! Ugh. Someone got the snip. So I am literally Switzerland. I'm as neutral can be. When I said Switzerland, I really meant it.
Well, we're going in November next year.
Oh no, we are. We know exactly because I think Halloween's on a Tuesday next year. It was on a Monday this year. No, we're going. Like Emily's parents are going. They're on board. They're going on a vacation to Italy this summer. They're doing one of those. It's like the bus version of a Viking cruise.
River cruise. Yeah.
It's not a river cruise. They're taking a bus like a highfalutin Mercedes bus, whatever. They did.
So it's like
This
Euro,
would be the
it's like Euro trip.
less brothel and smell and funk, more concierge room service, I think.
High class.
Less that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a down payment on a house kind of trip. Yeah. Yeah. We're talking I'm not doing that was like those are zeros. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, literally. Yeah. And they're doing but they went
Not 0-0.
Trace settles. They
Yeah.
what was
Okay.
it? 3 years ago they did the UK, like
Mhm.
Scotland, England, Wales, did all that. Then last summer they went to COVID. They couldn't do it. They actually 21 they went to UK. This past summer went to Ireland, and with the new company they're doing it with some kind of whatever. I forgot the name. I have to ask them. Ask my father-in-law. They're doing Italy, like all northern Italy,
That's awesome.
all the way down to Naples, and then I've always wanted to say that I can go to Greece. I love Greece, but no, just Italy. Keep it Italy. Keep it on Das Boot. But no, I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna spin it. She ain't gonna buy in, but it's 4. But I've already convinced her that I'm gonna buy a cheapy GoPro strapped to my chest during the race. So I'm gonna get all that footage during the race and get all
Spin it
the.
like this. Tell Mason. Start showing Mason some Guardians of the Galaxy footage.
We watch that every weekend.
We'll
He
just
knows it all.
Yeah, but keep
He-
watching. Keep showing him the footage of the roller coaster, and say, "Don't you want to ride this before Halloween next year?
It's like a rite of passage. Before you turn 7, you've got to ride.
You've got to ride it."
Okay. And
And if you don't, you turn into a frog or something like that. Spin it like that.
or no,
You
I
turn into
tease
a
him
Clemson fan.
when he gets one. Don't threaten that. I don't want my son to have a. Do you want him to drive a Subaru and have a life partner named Chris or Pat? I mean, come on, man. Why? Why you got to put that out there?
That's true. I'm
Hell.
sorry.
Yeah, that's just them's fighting words. Okay. I mean, we're cocks for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Can't beat our cocks, can't lick our cocks. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So the best t-shirt, and I'll leave it here. When Connor Shaw was our quarterback, the saying on t-shirts was, "Yeah, can't lick our cocks." All the puns, whatever. Yeah, innuendos, whatever. You can whatever play on words. You can do whatever you want with the cock, right? That's what she said. But it was Shaw me your TDs. Show me your TDs. That was amazing. When you're top 5 in the country like 3 years in a row, you can make t-shirts like that and pull it off.
Yeah. You know where you can put those. You know where you can put those said shirts
Please.
on your YouTube channel.
Ha.
That's it. All right.
That's it. Yeah, we got it.
So
No, that's on the horizon.
yes. So Chapek is out. Iger's back in. Possible other people coming in 2 years.
All right. To be determined. But if we have more news, we'll break it. But we had to do this because we just had to.
And we will keep everybody posted because I know everybody wants to know about the 10 miler. Will we do it or will we not?
If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me by myself and being an absentee father on my
Don't
son's
say
birthday.
that.
Okay,
Don't say
fine.
that.
Sorry. I'm speaking out. Oh, I'm just speaking out of turn. I'm so sorry. We'll make this happen. Probably not. Anytime we say something, it doesn't happen.
I could say I'm taking Wellesley for Wellesley's last little hurrah as an only child.
Yeah. Spin it. Spin it. Spin it.
Spin it to the winner. Do, 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 do.
Or she just wakes up and you're just not there. And you're in Disney. Next thing you know.
Yeah. Where's my child?
Divorce. You've been served on a small world. Enjoy your papers. Crap. Was it worth it? Oh, fuck yeah. No one's going to hear that part. No one stays that long. All right, anyway.
All right.
All right, we got to go. Later.